Well, welcome back to the channel, out bush detecting. Once again, I'm out in the WA Goldfields. I love coming out here, and I'm going to be based in this town for the next week or so, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of exploring around. So for today, I'm just sort of taking it easy after the long drive yesterday, and I've come out just to have a bit of a scratch around. And over here, I've been just going nice and low and slow, and I'm using the Equinox 800 and with the 6-inch coil. I'm running this in field 2. I have the sensitivity set quite high on the machine at the moment, so if you have a look at the sensitivity, you'll see it's sitting on about 22, and I'm just running it in standard mode. And the reason I'm running it so high, people might think, well, that's very, very noisy in this sort of ground, but it tends to punch through the iron a little bit better. Now down in this, just to give you an example, down in this hole here, this little scrape, I got a target, a very, very small target that's come out. I don't know what it is. Looks like a medallion because it's got a little loop up the top here. So I haven't picked this up yet, so let's have a look at it together. Okay, well that's a, you can see on the back there's a portrait of King Edward VII. Alright, this actually looks like a coin. It is. I'd say that's a farthing. It's a farthing that's been made into a pendant by the looks of things. I'll give it a quick brush, and I'll yeah, hopefully get it in some good light so you can get a nice close-up of it. I'll be back shortly. Alright, so I've given it a bit of a clean up, and it is in actual fact a farthing. And you can see on the back here you've got King Edward VII, and on this side you can see farthing. See if I can zoom in, and the date there of 1907. So these are tiny, tiny little coins, only just slightly larger than a 3-pence, and they don't ring up very, very high on these machines. And it's been made into a little pendant, so I'd hazard a guess to say that someone's birth year at the time, and they were wearing it around their neck. So that's an awesome little find, because you have a look here, there's a lot of iron, tin, everywhere in this place. Plus you've got the mineralisation in the soil, so to pick that little item out is absolutely fantastic. Alright, I'll keep going and I'll see you on the next dig. Alright, so yeah, she's hard going, because if you have a look around, there's a lot of tin and iron in this area, and I tend to target this sort of spots, and I kick things out of the way as I'm going along, and it sort of pays off. So there's a fair bit of tin here, and I sort of pushed it off to the side there and got a beautiful signal there, or not really a beautiful signal because they are scratchy, and look what's popped out. I think that's a cart plate, horse cart registration. She's a little bit bent there. I don't think I hit it, no, because there's no pick mark. Oh, no, it doesn't look like there's a pick marker on it, but it's definitely a horse cart registration plate. So I'll give this a bit of a careful brush off, and we'll be back shortly and we'll have a bit of a look at it. Okay, so I've given a bit of a brush off, and it is yes, definitely a horse cart registration plate. LMC stands for Leonora Municipal Council, and it is a 1910, and it is a number 90. So I think I do have an example of a 1910, but this may be an upgrade. It doesn't have any cracks in it, which is unusual for these, but it has come out of a very nice little ash layer there. So if I'm very careful with it, I'll straighten it out. But awesome. First cart plate for the trip. You beauty. Okay, I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, next target out, and yeah, lovely little signal down there, and look what's come out. First silver coin for the trip. So this is a 6-pence, and I think it is a 1911 6-pence. So on the back will be King George V, which it is. Awesome. Okay, I'll continue on and I'll see you on the next dig. Well, coming to this new area, I picked up there is the dump site out here on Google Earth, and there's sort of scattered dumps throughout this area. And I've been picking up a couple of coins and a bit of brass. It's not overly old, but it is mixed, so there is some old stuff in here. You just got to find it. But yeah, definitely no one's even walked through here, because you have a look on the surface here. What's here? That's a complete buckle. Both parts of it are there. So I think this is like one of the old swim buckles. and that fits inside. So yeah, nice complete buckle sitting on the surface. Still got beautiful patina on it, nice silvered. So lovely. I'll continue on and I'll see you on the next dig. Well, here's another nice little surface find. I'll just get it in frame and then I'll zoom in. Where are we? Here we go. There it is there. So, sitting on the surface was this. Now, I don't think it's silver. I don't think it's silver. It is definitely a cufflink, but it just doesn't look silver. I would say it's base metal, probably copper. But I'll clean it up and we'll have it in the wrap up anyway. But that's a cool little find on the surface. Yep, I'll continue on and I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, down in that hole I got a bit of a jumbled signal, and I pulled out one bit of brass. I still had a better signal in the hole. And look what's come out. Where are we here? That looks like a belt buckle. It looks like it's intact. I'd say it's Victorian ladies. So yeah, let me give this a bit of a brush because I think that looks quite nice. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, finished giving it a clean, and it's come up really, really nice actually. So you can see on the front quite a lovely type of pattern on the front there, and then yeah, you can see on the back, and definitely from the design, not from the design, but from the way it's made with a pressed type. It is late 1800s, so that puts it definitely in the Victorian era. So absolutely cracking little find. Excellent. All right, and I'll continue on and I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, it's getting sort of late in the afternoon now. I think it's just gone almost 3:30, and yes, shadows are getting a little bit longer, but I'm still out here. Been at it since 6:30 this morning, and I'm really enjoying myself today actually. A lot of coins and bits and pieces, but out of this hole here, a shallow scrape if you can call it that, I got a really, really nice high tone, and this has popped out and I haven't picked it up yet, so I do not know what it is, but this could be something good because it's heart shaped. Yeah, it's definitely heart shaped. Can't see any detail on it yet. Give it a bit of a rub. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh you ripper. Okay, I haven't got my glasses on, but I do know it's a 1907 dog tag, but let's give it a bit of a clean. I'm hoping it's a Leonora, because if it is, it's going to be a very, very, I think, one of a kind. I can't remember ever seeing a 1907 Leonora. Anyway, let me give it a brush off. Let me get a brush off and I'll be back to you shortly. Alright, I'm back. Sorry for being a bit breathless, but yeah, I've been working hard all day for one of these. But this is a tag I've never dug before, and it's one I've never seen before, so I'm going to have to do some research on it, which I'll do tonight. It's a Leonora MC, which is Leonora Municipal Council, and I've never seen a Municipal Council tag stamped like this out of Leonora. Number 89, 1907. These are blank on the back. If you saw my tags that I got out of Mount Magnet, which were the embossed tags, which are the cast tags, these are stamped. And I definitely have not dug a 1907 tag from Leonora, and I've never seen one, so oh god, I'm stoked. I am absolutely stoked. The cart plate and a beautiful tag for today, and it wasn't that deep. It was only literally an inch under the soil, so really, really happy with that. Okay, I'm going to continue on now. That's given me a bit of an energy burst, and I'll see you on the next dig. Well, just there, another really nice little tone, and nice little late in the day find. Look down here, something's come out, and this is actually a brooch, and it's very, very, it's filigree, so possibly Victorian era. Two of the stones, or I'd say false stones, are missing, and the one in the middle still there. I'd say it's a pearl or a false pearl, and you can see on the back it's still got the pin and the hook, the loop. So very, very fine filigree. It's not silver, it's definitely base metal. I'd say it would have been silver plated in its day, but yeah, very, very nice little find. Okay, I'll see you on the next dig. Well, I've come out to another town today just to have a bit of a look around. This place here has been very, very well smashed over the years, but you know, there's always stuff to be found. I mean, I've got a whole pocket full of brass here, all mixed stuff in there. Haven't really pulled out anything exciting, so I'm just sort of meandering along, get a signal, dig it up, have a look, yeah, chuck it in the pouch. And I came along here, same sort of thing, down there, got a signal, and now let's see if I can find it. If you have a look here, I haven't picked this up yet. I can see a rivet at the top in a square shape, so this is quite exciting. Don't know what it is yet. Don't know what it is. It's got a hole at the bottom. Oh, yeah, look at that. Not even cleaned. You can see MMC number 32, 1900. It's a 1900 dog registration. Oh, yeah, you beauty. Yeah, she's pretty crusty. She's had a lot of bad life, this one. Let me give this a bit of a brush up. It's got a little bit of rust and stuff on the back. Let me get a bit of a brush, and I'll come back to you shortly. But oh jeez, that's an absolute beauty. That is a ripper of a dog license. Yeah, Menzies Municipal Council, 1900. So this is the third oldest dog license in Western Australia. I think the other trip I did up here, I managed to get an 1899. So this is a 1900. Oh, okay. All right, let me give it a clean, and I'll be back to you shortly. All right, I've given it enough of a clean now for the moment anyway. And get it in some light so you can see. Yeah, you can see the MMC number 32, 1900. So yeah, the Menzies, as I said, Menzies Municipal Council. And on the back, you can see there's a fair bit of crap stuck to it. It's a bit of iron and so on. But they're a very, very crude tag, these. Very, very crude tag. And same thing again, the hole at the bottom probably means this is a female dog. So very common for the early tags. But yeah. Okay, I'm absolutely stoked, absolutely wrapped. Woo. Haven't dug many tags this trip, but I don't need to when you're digging stuff like this. That's absolutely brilliant. Okay, I'll keep going now. I'm going to have a sit down and a drink, and I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, literally 20, 30 seconds ago, that's where I dug that the Menzies 1900. And I sort of moved this little white rock here from over there because I wanted to take some photos in the light of it. And then I swung over where the rock was, and I got this really, really nice tone. And yeah, look what's come out. There's a disc here. It's a round disc. I don't know if it's a coin or what it is. Looks like I've hit it with the pick at the back here. What the hell have we got? Nothing on that side. Oh! 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 Oh, you bloody beauty! Oh, look at this! Oh my God! Oh! There's nothing on that side. All right, let me give this a clean. Menzies, 1909. What is it? I'd say it's either a goat or a camel disc or something. It's not a dog tag, it's too big. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, bear with me for a minute, I'm breathless. I'm going to give it a clean and we'll be back shortly. All right. Okay, I'm back, I've given it a clean. Oh my God, I've never dug one of these. I've never dug anything like this from this town, so I'm going to have to do some research and find out what it is. But it's a large disc, and I'll say it's either a goat or a camel registration. It's got Menzies number 64, 1909, and you can see at the top there where the hole is, that's would have been a metal, or probably a steel loop going through. And then on the back there's nothing, it's blank. But if I do some research in Menzies on 1909 and have a look at their municipal council notes, they should say what licenses were issued, what types of licenses were issued at that time. So I know the dog tags are the standard tags, so this is definitely not a dog tag, it's some sort of other animal tag. All right, but I'll do some research and I'll hopefully have some more information by the wrap up. But oh, Stoked! Yeah! Alright, so just over there, that's where I dug those last 2 tags, and I've come up to this pushings here because I always detect over the pushings, you always find stuff. And yeah, got a beautiful tone there, and this has come out. I don't know what it is yet, but judging by the numbers that are coming up, I'd say it's a florin. Yes, it is. Yep, it is a florin. It is a florin. So it's the King George, the 5th florin, one of the older ones. Let's see if I can carefully give it a brush just to get some of this dirt off, and maybe just a squirt with some water. Yeah, back to you shortly, and we'll have a look at this coin. Won't be long. Yeah, after it's been just giving it a careful little brush here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this for the moment. It's a 1910 actually, 1 florin 2 shillings. So that means it's Edward the 7th. Now I've actually never dug a 1910 florin before, so dig plenty of florins, heaps and heaps of them, but not a 1910. All right, so that's pretty cool. Nice silver coin. All right, I'll see you on the next dig. All right, I'm just having a look over this this area here, trying to find. Detector's getting pretty noisy. I'm trying to find some old house sites, and I think I might be on an old house site here. There's a lot of sort of brass and stuff around, and I've got a nice target here. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. And just here, look, there's another bit of brass just sitting there, right on the surface. That'll go in the pouch. So let's have a look. Or did I get it out? Looks like I got it out. Sounds like there's another target there somewhere. Where was it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, you beauty. Oh, yeah. This is an old one. Okay, that's a 1909 pattern variation. Western Australia dog licence. 1909. Where is it from? The big reveal. Oh, yes. Oh. Oh. Yep. Lawlers District Roads Board. Yep. She's a beauty. Number 29. Oh, wow. What a really, really nice tag. I'm just going to give this a bit of a brush up because this is an absolute beauty. And I might check that other signal that's in front of it too, because there could be something else there. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, get a bit of a clean off. I do apologise because I originally said it was a 1909, I think, but it's actually a 1908, which is correct. So the other pattern of this is a dog pictorial. And a few road districts had those, or road to wood had those. And if you have a look on the back here, it's a beauty. Number 29, Lawlers District Roads Board, and the district is actually stamped in there. I've never seen that. Wow, okay. This is another new tag for the collection. I'm absolutely stoked. And where I am, the site I am, if you follow my channel, about 3 or 4 videos ago, I dug a 1910 Lawlers, but in that creek line over there. So this is probably the house site to these dog tags. So I'm going to have a bit of a play around here and see what else we can find. Okay, I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, I apologise for the wind noise, but there's a bit of weather come through. I'm out on a new town site today. My car's parked over there at the distance. I don't mind showing you around a little bit because I don't think too many people are going to find this one. But yeah, it's quite an interesting spot. It's very, very difficult to detect. There's a lot of ironstone and greenstone on the ground around here, mixed in with the iron, and lots of the galvanised roofing nails, which are just sending the detector very, very silly. And so I'm having to swing very, very slowly, so I'm not covering huge amounts of area. But down here I've got a beautiful tone, and I've nudged it because it was sticking upwards, and this has come out, and it's a buckle. But to me, it looks very, very much like a silver buckle. I'm just looking for hallmarks. I can't see any at the moment, but yeah, let me give it a bit of a brush. Let me give this a bit of a brush up and see if I can find a hallmark on it. All right, I'll be back shortly. Okay, I've given it a bit of a clean. I don't think it's sterling silver. I think it's base metal, but it's still got all the silver plating on it. So it's an intact Victorian era buckle. There's a lot of the silver gilt still on it, so that's good. Really nice find. You can just make out on this corner here where the silvering is worn away, and you can just see some of the base metal there, which looks like brass. So I'd say it's plated brass, but yeah, it gave me a heart attack when it first came out. So yeah, I'll continue on, and I'll see you on the next dig. Okay, I'm on to the next target, and I've got a beautiful tone here. Have a look what's poking out here. Have a look at this. Bit of a reveal here for you. Okay, that to me is a dog license. If we zoom right down on it, you can just make out Malcolm Municipality. And I'm going to call it, I think it's a 1910. Let's have a look. Yep, 1910. Beautiful. Lovely. Awesome. Another tag, another municipality, another one for the collection. Never get old digging these. Malcolm Municipality number 28. 1910 dog registration. Okay, awesome. Lovely little surface find. I'll see you on the next dig. It's an absolutely beautiful morning this morning. Woke up, ice on the windows on the car. I've driven out into the middle of this area here that I sort of found yesterday afternoon when I was following all these little bush tracks out here, and I noticed that there was a lot of glass bottle dray loads. So you can just see around there. It's hard to see in the sun, but there's a lot of dray loads here, and there's a nice big one here. And what these were when I used to bring rubbish out from the town and dump it out in the bush. I'm a little way away from the town site now. I'm just exploring to see what I can find out here. So it has been gone over for bottles, because if you have a look over here, you can see someone's had a really good go at what they call forking, which means that they've pushed all through here for the bottles. But I've got I'm getting tones on these sites because they are exactly the right age that you need when you're looking at the bottles. And same thing down here, a lot of tin and bits and pieces, but because I'm away from all the roofing nails now, things are a little bit clearer. And down here I've got a lovely sort of scratchy tone in that scrape there, and look what's come out. This is really exciting. I haven't picked it up yet, so let's have a look. Okay, MMRB. All right, now here we go. 1916. That could be Mount Malcolm Roads board, in which case I'm going to be very happy, because the town site of Malcolm is not far from here, but there's also Mount Margaret and Mount Morgans, which is also not far from here. So could be one of the either of them, but that is an absolute first for me, and it's an absolutely beautiful condition plate. Let me just give it a quick brush and I'll be right back. All right, I've just given it a quick brush, and let me just get it in some light here. So you can see it's a 1916 number 94. Yeah, so I'm have to do a little bit of research, but it's a cart plate that I've never dug before, and it's in beautiful condition. Absolutely beautiful condition cart plate, horse cart registration. So as I said, could be Mount Morgans, could be Mount Margaret, or even could be Mount Malcolm, because they all use the same prefixes. So I'm closer to, at the moment, I'm closer to Malcolm than I am to the other two towns. So it could be a Malcolm, which is fantastic. Yeah, excellent. Stoked. It's going to be a good day. All right, see you on the next dig. Well, I'm back home in Perth, and if anyone's wondering how many targets I dig in a week, well, this would be about it. So if you have a look at these 2 buckets, these are full of brass. This is just brass items that I've picked up that I'll be going through. So I sort through all of this. This is stuff I'll just throw in my pouch for me to have a look at later. Yeah, see what's in there. And whatever doesn't get kept will be sent off for scrap. Okay, we'll go on to all the good finds. All right, having a look at all the good finds now. I did get some really nice buttons actually. This is a vigilance button. These weren't on camera. But a lovely vigilance button, which is early militia. I got a Police Department of Western Australia button and a Fire Brigade button, and that is a Western Australian Government Railways button. So 4 very nice buttons. All of these have been through the tumbler yesterday, so that's why they come up nice and brassy. And got quite a few generic buttons and then a couple of Maker's Mark buttons as well, so something else for me to research, which is awesome. As far as the coins go, didn't get a lot of coins because I didn't focus entirely just on the dump areas. I was going out and exploring. But you did see this silver coin come out in camera, which is the 1910 florin. It would have been a beautiful coin when dropped, but unfortunately it did have a lot of fire damage. It had been in a fire, so which is typical for that sort of spot. You saw this little farthing come out, whoops, on camera. And it's got a picture of Edward the 7th on the back. It's been made into a pendant, and also that nice little cufflink was on camera as well. Got some beautiful buckles. This is a nice early Victorian one. It's cleaned up beautifully, so that'll be going into my little collection. This I would say is probably Art Deco, so probably 1920s, 1930s. But lovely buckle as well. This filigree one you saw come out in camera, this brooch, very fine, very thin. Managed to tumble it with some very soft media. And you saw this one on camera as well, which is the silver one. It's silver plated, but you can see what it would have looked like originally as a buckle, which is really nice. A couple of other bits and pieces that come out as well. This is off a old sewing machine from the early 1900s. So that's a little brass plate, which is awesome. Did get some silver. There was 3 sterling silver pocket watch backs that came out. This is actually sterling silver. It's not marked, but it is definitely silver. And it's a fob watch chain. It looks Edwardian. It's typical of that style. And some other little silver bits and pieces. These are all sterling silver and hallmarked, so they do have hallmarks on them, which is awesome. All right, my card plates. Saw this one on camera. This is an absolute beauty. Now, this turns out to be Mount Margaret road board. So Mount Morgan's was absorbed by Mount Margaret in 1913. And when I have a look at the municipal notes for Mount Malcolm, they don't mention a cart plate in 1916. So this is definitely Mount Margaret, which is a beautiful find. Absolutely great find, and it's came up absolutely beautiful. This is one that you saw come out very early in the trip, the Leonora cart plate, 1910, number 90. That's come up really nice as well. There's no cracks on it, which is unusual for these plates because they are so thin. Well, my dog tags. We'll start with the Malcolm 1910. That's a beautiful tag. Very hard municipality to get tags from, Malcolm, and this is an upgrade. I do have an example of 1910, but it's not as good condition as this one is. This is a beauty as well. The 1908 Lawlers District Rose Board. Absolutely beautiful tag. Really nice one. Great pattern, that one. Do like this one as well, the Leonora Municipal Council, 1907, number 89. And at the moment, this is the only one that's been found on record for 1907 from Leonora, so that's a fantastic find. And you've got the Menzies. This is actually a goat tag. I looked up the municipal council notes for 1909 for Menzies, and they issued dog tags, horse cart license plates, and goat registration tags. So even though it's got nothing on the back, this is a registration tag for a goat, which is an absolutely fantastic find because I've never found one before from Menzies. And this lovely little tag, look how it's cleaned up. This took me a long time to clean, but I'm so happy with it. It's came up beautiful. Menzies Municipal Council, 1900, third earliest dog tag in Western Australia, and it is an upgrade to the one that I already hold. So this is the lowest number that's been found, number 32. I'm absolutely stoked to have this in my collection. Overall, an absolutely fantastic trip. I'd like you to leave a comment, please, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. It does help the channel along. I'm trying to grow it a little bit, so I will definitely see you on the next trip, and until then.